In this episode, we're going to talk about The Mandalorian Season 2. Watch out, there's a lot of spoilers inside. Stick around.
Dun, da 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 dun, dun, da 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 dun, 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 na, 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 na. Dun, 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 na, 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 na.
Hello, fellow dorks and dorkettes. My name's Rob, and welcome to Star Dork. This was a segment that was on It Came From My Side of the Laundry Room, but I decided to dust it off and reformat it for this special occasion. The special occasion being the season finale of The Mandalorian. This was the second season, and I can't believe it's over already. Before we get started, let me just say, again, spoilers. Don't watch further if you don't want anything spoiled for you. If you don't care, or if you've already seen it, please enjoy. Please comment with your thoughts and stuff after you're done watching, or as you're watching. And spoilers, let's get on with it. Oh, and another thing before I go any further, I apologize. Hopefully you found it humorous or enlightening or whatever, but I apologize for the long opening. But I feel like I need to say those things just with how the climate of Star Wars fandom is nowadays, of just saying, hey, I'm not a bad guy. I just want to talk about Star Wars. I love it. You can love it, hate it, do whatever you want with it. That's you. That's cool. But this is me, and this is what I want to talk about. So, I apologize for the long opening, but you kind of have to have a disclaimer before talking about Star Wars nowadays, or you'll be attacked. I'm sure just for saying Star Wars, I'll get thumbs down and all that great stuff. But anyway, on to The Mandalorian, Season 2. The one thing that can sum up this season is fan service. And now, that is a negative term nowadays, which I don't know why, because as a fan, you want to see things and enjoy them. But the fan service in this season was handled so organically and naturally and held the truth of the story. It never felt heavy-handed, like they were just throwing crap at you to make you happy or to make a buck or whatever. It just felt like it was the natural progression of the story and was awesome, was breathtaking a lot of times. I mean, I got goosebumps so many times this season. That's one of the things I love about Star Wars is, to this day, it still makes the hair on the back of my neck prick up, and I get goosebumps, and I get excited, and I feel giddy, and I feel like a kid again. That's one of the reasons I love Star Wars in any shape or form, any era. It's just, you throw an alien in front of me, and I'm going to get happy about it. So anyway, just with all that crap out of the way, let's get to finally talking about The Mandalorian. Yes, it was full of fan service. From the very first episode where we finally saw a crate dragon. I mean, from A New Hope, we saw the skeleton on the dune as R2 and C-3PO are walking by it. Now we get to see it erupting from dunes and eating people and attacking towns and eating banthas and just being awesome. And it was great that they introduced Cobb into the story. I would have loved to see him more within the season, but getting to see him once, and Timothy Olyphant was awesome. I mean, great character, great actor, great performance, great episode. What a way to kick off the season. Now, I'm a little hazy with the episodes as they went on. I'm only going to tackle the highlights of certain episodes or certain plot points, and I'm going to forget a lot of stuff. But there was a lot to unpack week to week. Now, I hate to be negative, I hate to call out people, but I will this once in this instance of these people calling the episodes filler episodes. Let's not forget what the Mandalorian is. He's a freelance bounty hunter. So we got to see his life, quest to quest, bounty to bounty, planet to planet. I mean, the frog and the eggs and all that, it was an interesting episode. I liked that character, the little frog woman. And we got to see those spider things that were in the Rebels cartoon. Very cool. I mean, that was yet another thing of taking something from the cartoon, making it live action, even though it was CG, and making it a full universe. I loved that. I thought that was awesome. A lot of people were like, it's a filler episode. Yes, but that's his life. It's bouncing around, looking for the next job. And in this case, he was looking for information, looking for more Mandalorians, looking for Jedi. I mean, speaking of Jedi, Ahsoka was awesome. Rosario Dawson did a great job. I can't wait for the spin-off series that they do. Such great things. I mean, like chopping that tree in half, sending the stump flying at that dude, and the tree just perfectly lands back before it falls over. That type of cinematography, effects, whatever you want to call them, I mean, that right there, that goosebumps, that stuff is what I live for when it comes to Star Wars. Now, I hate to say it, but this whole thing is just, for me, pretty much to gush about the season finale. And I know there's a lot of stuff. I should discuss it all. I'll probably bounce back and forth, but that finale, man, like I said, or if I said, because I've tried this a couple different takes, and who knows what I said when and during which take. But anyway, this episode, the whole season, you started excited with the Krayt Dragon and happy, and then you get to the ending and it's sad, happy sad, sad sad, enough that it brought a tear to my eye. I'm man enough to admit it, but I didn't weep, I didn't bawl, I didn't sob, but it definitely brought tears to my eyes, because it definitely was the end of an era of The Mandalorian. Now, hopefully it's not the end of The Mandalorian. See, like I said, I'm going to jump around, because after the credits roll, we got to see what the next season is, what a spin-off is. I'm not really sure what it will be, but it's the Book of Boba Fett. And we see him and Fennec, I think that's how you say her name, go into Jabba's palace. And we see Bib Fortuna has now taken up the role of mobster number one. Doesn't look as lucrative or profitable as Jabba was. Excuse me, need my coffee. But he gets gunned down, pushed out of his seat, and Boba Fett sits down. It was a great Conan-looking picture, honestly, of him sitting on the throne, and Fennec, or whatever her name is, sitting next to him on the arm of the throne, getting ready to down some blue glowing liquor. It just looked very Conan, dun 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 dun, of him sitting on a throne. And it said, the Book of Boba Fett, coming December 2021, which I don't think I could wait a whole year. I hope there's something else Star Wars related before then, because I'm looking forward to it all the time now. But, wish there was a movie or something coming out before that. But getting into the ending, the biggest fan service of all, and one of the best, tingling, inducing, tear in my eye because of just the happiness I felt, was seeing Luke Skywalker come in and kill or destroy all those dark troopers. I mean, because they're androids. But wipe them all out in the best Jedi ways possible. And as soon as you saw that dude in the cloak, you knew it was him. You knew that was Return of the Jedi dressed Luke, laying waste to all those fools. And like I said, in the best Jedi ways possible. The CG that they did on his face, which I hope Mark Hamill came back to do the voice. I was too like, ooh, to look at the credits. If his name's in the credits, let me know. But to see him look like how he did at Return of the Jedi was awesome. But to see Grogu go with him at the end was a dagger in the heart. Is that the end of Grogu for us? Are we to picture him at Luke's Jedi school and that punk ass Kylo destroys him when he burns the place? God, I hope not. I mean, we're talking about maybe 12 to 20 years, I don't know the timeline exactly, before Kylo's there and has his hissy fit. But I hope Grogu is gone by then. I mean, is that the end of The Mandalorian? Is this now an anthology series? And we had 2 seasons with The Mandalorian, and now we're jumping to Boba Fett? Will The Mandalorian be in the Boba Fett portion of this anthology, in this story? Will it still be The Mandalorian? These are questions that I've been plagued with all day after watching the episode. And will the Mandalorian see Grogu again? Will something happen where he'll have to come get him? Will they team up like a time jump and he'll be a little bit older? I don't know. And honestly, that's one of the best things, because you're left with questions. I mean, honestly, the story of The Mandalorian didn't end. It actually left you with a big hole, or whatever you want to call it, because technically he's now the ruler of Mandalore, because he has the Darksaber. I know he tried to give it back to Bo-Katan, but she couldn't take it unless they fought for it. Will that happen? Will he take the mantle? Will he be like a king on the run, not wanting the responsibility? I don't know. These are more things. I love having these questions without an answer. It's fun. It's fun to theorize where it's going to next. Another dose of coffee. But anyway, it was a fun and great season. I know I should be breaking down every episode. I mean, the one with Bill Burr in it, I forget his character's name off the top of my head. That was even great. You had a guy that was kind of a jerk in his episode in the first season, kind of redeemed himself and showed that he was pretty damaged from what the Empire did to him. That he used to be a stormtrooper of some sort. And just to see the trauma of his past play out, where he just guns down that dude in the middle of an Empire base, not caring. I mean, that I felt emotional weight to. That was unexpected in that episode. Good episode. I mean, it was all full of good episodes. We saw a lot of characters from the animated series jump over, like Bo-Katan, Ahsoka, those spiders, very cool. But anyway, I feel like I'm just rambling, because the whole season left me excited, leaves me with questions. I just wanted to shout out to everybody these questions and see what you all think. What are your thoughts? What did you think of the season? Do you think we'll see Grogu again? I mean, the one thing I thought of, and this is, I guess, selfish of me to a degree, was like, dang, and I bought all this Baby Yoda merch and now he's gone. Now, there's 2 points to this. First one is, he might not be gone, we just have to wait and see. Second point is, I buy merch for Star Wars of characters that we only saw 40 years ago. So, what's the point? I mean, I had Boba Fett merchandise with no aspirations of ever seeing him again. And I can't believe I forgot to mention that. Boba Fett is back, and he's awesome. A 30-minute episode of him killing stormtroopers made up for the 5-second horrible death that he went through in the Sarlacc in Return of the Jedi. He came back better than ever, and the one thing about the show from the first season is, oh no, can't twist my wrist anymore, but I have a Mandalorian tattoo here. And I've never been more proud of having that now. I mean, when I got this, it was just, hey, I'm a fan of Boba Fett. I love it. Nobody knows what the heck it is. They just think it's some weird skull thing. Till now, people stopping me going, hey, the Mandalorian! I mean, I've never been more proud of having this because, A, the character of the Mandalorian really brought heart to this symbol. The Return of Boba Fett really brought, the sense of ass-kicking to this symbol. And I'm just proud to have it now. So, I mean, I've always been proud, but in a different, bigger way now. Anyway, don't get tattoos just to impress people. But it's a nice bonus. Anyway, this is just a talkie-talkie. Wonder how you all perceived it, if you've seen it yet. Like I said, a little after the fact now, but spoilers. So, I mean, I see bigger and brighter things on the horizon for the Star Wars TV universe with the announcements that were made recently with the Ahsoka series. We got the Boba Fett, whatever it may be, spin-off or just a new chapter in The Mandalorian. There was some other type of series announced. I think they're making a Rogue Squadron movie. I mean, there's a lot of awesomeness on the horizon, and can't be more excited. So anyway, like I said, I know I forgot to address each episode and how I felt about each one, but I just wanted to kind of hurry up and get to the season finale, purge my soul about it, if you will, and see what you're all feeling about it. Anyway, if you like this episode, please give me a thumbs up. If you got something to say, please leave a comment. I love reading them, and I love getting back to everybody. And I'm looking forward to hearing what all of you thought about the Mandalorian finale or the whole season. And if you liked this episode or any of the ones that YouTube is recommending down here, please hit subscribe. If you hit that little bell, you'll be notified whenever there's a new episode. So anyway, until next time, thanks for watching. Keep being rad and stay dorky.